Okay, I am aware that it looks like I have the poop emoji stuck to the top of my head, but I brushed my hair out. It looks bad, so this is all I could do to hide the frizzy part. Hello there, how are you all doing? I hope you are all doing well. So today's video is a little bit of an interesting one because we're gonna be trying out something that I didn't really know existed until a few weeks ago. Today we are gonna be trying out liquid mirror paint, and people have tried to make mirror paints before. It comes in cans of Rust-Oleum sprays because it's supposed to have that kind of metallic mirrored effect. But honestly, they don't really work. They're not that good. They're just pretty much like matte, shiny silver paints. However, there is now a product on the market called the Mirroriest Mirror Paint by an artist called Stuart Semple, aka the creator of the world's blackest black paint in existence. He's also the creator of the world's pinkest pink pigment. He's also just released these art tins, which are essentially like art boxes, but in tin form, and they're all his products. Would you like a video on it? Because if you would, give this video a thumbs up and I'll know if this gets more thumbs up than normal that you would like to see it. So here is the Mirroriest Mirror Paint in the world. It costs $37.99 plus shipping, and it's absolutely tiny. This is literally the tiniest. It gets smaller. This is the tiniest bottle of paint that I have ever seen in my entire life. It is absolutely, it's like the size of my pinky finger. It's so small. It sounds mirrory. Jokes aside though, decent high quality paint tends to be more expensive and in smaller quantities because you need less product to cover more area. It covers 8 square feet, which is a huge amount of area for such a small bottle. So today we're gonna put this stuff to the test. We're gonna see if this truly is a liquid mirror paint. We're gonna paint this stuff on everything. Every surface you can think of, I'm gonna be painting this on today. So on the website, as you can see, they give a couple of examples. They have a very nice shiny apple here, which is pretty chrome-like and pretty reflective. As you can see, as soon as you pour it out, it's literally like the little Terminator creature. It says, for the first time ever, it's now possible to brush, apply, or spray a truly realistic mirror/chrome. This challenge has baffled paint makers for decades. Artists all over the world have been demanding it, and our geeks have managed to crack it for everyone. They claim that it looks just like a real mirror. Okay, so I think it's about time we get started using our Mirroriest Mirror Paint by Stuart Semple. So let's get started. Welcome to the first of one episode where we open up the world's most mirrory mirror paint. Can you see me in the reflection? Hi, you can see my face. That's so cool. Whoa. That is so cool. You can kind of see the reflection of the camera. So first thing we're gonna paint is my phone. You think I'm joking? I'm actually not. I took the case off of this phone one time, then it fell out my pocket, and now it's got scratches on it. I'm not sure if you can see. I actually just want to try painting on the sides where it's already kind of shiny. So we're gonna see if we can hide our little scuff marks so that one day I can actually trade this in. I mean, to be honest, it just looks like silver paint I just put on the side of my iPhone. I mean, the more I do it, the shinier it looks. To be honest, I don't think anyone would really know unless they were an Apple expert that I've just painted the side of my phone with chrome paint. Next, we're gonna try painting on a jar of glass, a glass jar. That was the way to say it. Where did I even get this from? What does that even say? Frida Potato? When you first put it on, it doesn't seem very much like a mirror, but I feel like the more you apply it and the more it dries, it definitely has that vibe to it. I feel like my paintbrush just looks so freaking cool. Look how cool that looks. It's so, I can see my face in my paintbrush. Wow, never thought I'd say that. This kind of smells like spray paint. Also, it is going a very far way. So I will say, even though the bottle is very small and it is $38, it's most likely worth it, especially if you're to use this for like miniatures and things, because I know that's what a lot of people use this for. It is very chrome. It is not a mirror by any means. It's very shiny, very reflective, and that's just with one coat. I'd probably rate it on glass as a 7 out of 10 on glass. Now, I would also like to talk to you quickly about today's sponsor, and today's sponsor is Skillshare. Yes, thank you, Chloe. Thank you. Skillshare is an incredible learning platform with thousands and thousands of online classes that you can take to learn pretty much anything and everything you can possibly think of. They have classes in art, illustration, business, photography, fine art. In fact, I just recently discovered a class about painting on ornaments. It's called Holiday Gifting, Hand-Painted Ornaments. It's a really cute class that shows you how you can do different patterns and different illustrations on Christmas ornaments for gift giving. So many YouTubers have classes on Skillshare too. Even Jazza has a few classes on Skillshare about being a YouTuber. He also has a class on there about inking. I myself have classes on Skillshare, two about digital painting, one about watercolor. Amanda H. Lee just uploaded a class about bullet journaling, and there's just so many different classes on there that you absolutely should check it out. Skillshare has kindly given me a link to share with all of you, so the first 1,000 people of you to use my link in the description will get unlimited premium classes as a free trial. So whether you're stuck inside or you want to start learning something new for the new year, check out Skillshare. You're gonna love it. They have every single class you can possibly think of on there, and I know that you're gonna love it. So once again, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to painting on random objects in my house. Would it be weird if I painted the leg of my tripod? Okay, I'm gonna paint the leg of this tripod because I feel like it's just gonna look much cooler if it's just got one leg that's shiny. Because people see it and be like, why's that tripod got one shiny leg? Oh, it smells. I think I need to be in a more well-ventilated area. Just be in a well-ventilated area. That would be my only suggestion. Because this stuff stinks. That looks so cool. Do you see the difference in the shiny leg versus the non-shiny leg? The shiny leg looks more fancy. Can I see my reflection in it? Not really. That's okay though. I don't really want to look at myself. So essentially I would say aluminum, probably a solid 5 out of 10. Maybe 6 out of 10. Wow, my one shiny leg tripod. I probably should have painted that one because that one's got paint on it. But look, wow. I swear I have a can of Coke here. I found an empty can of Coke. Oh no, I'm pressing buttons I shouldn't be. Oh, my hair is so frizzy. Okay, we're now gonna paint on this can of Coke and see if we can just make it look like it's a can with no label on it. How cool is that? This is just about as shiny, I would say, as the glass is, so it does work very well on stuff like aluminum. It literally blends in with the rest of the can. Okay, I have my boxes of Christmas ornaments here, and I realised that I could paint a Christmas ornament. What is this? Oh, I have so many Christmas ornaments, it's a bit embarrassing. Here's some more. We have some baby green ornaments. I'll take out one of those. Done. We're going to use this and paint on this and see if it looks any good on plastic. So I've got a window open and I'm going to quickly paint this, and then we're going to take a break and paint something else that's not in this room. So this is a plastic ornament, not a gold. Gold? It's clearly not gold. It's not a glass ornament or metal. So we basically tried it on all of those different surfaces, and I think we're going to try it on some sketchbook paper too. Wow, this works amazingly on plastic. In fact, I'd say this probably works better on plastic than any other material I've tried so far. It's just a shame that it really smells very strong. That's my only criticism. I can see myself in the reflection. Can you see the reflection? Hello. That is neat. That is probably, without a doubt, even more reflective than the can. And it's on my finger. Is my finger reflective? Kind of. Okay, we have 3 more surfaces to try. We have some paper, we have a canvas, and we also have a piece of wood. This is probably not going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. So this is watercolor paper, and I highly expect this to just not work because at the end of the day, it is paper and there's only so much that this paint can do. I mean, it's pretty shiny, to be fair. It has that nice shine to it. Can I see my face? No. Yes, successful. I cannot see my face. It's just basically metallic. It's the most metallic that I've ever seen in my life. If that's what you want, then highly recommend. Next up, we're gonna paint on this plank of circular wood. This is probably, yeah, this is not gonna go remotely well because it is wood. and it just soaks up the paint. This is also not gonna make it go very far either, because it's just gonna eat up the paint. Okay, my camera does not want to focus, so we're gonna just force it to stop unfocusing. It's a very pretty metallic shade, but it really does not work on paper or wood because obviously it soaks it up. It needs to be on a more hard plastic or metal surface for it to really just shine the way that it's supposed to. So I definitely would not recommend this for painting crafts or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna look like a standard, typical metallic paint. And it's just very, very expensive for something that's just gonna soak up and be used a lot. So it really needs to be used on a can, like this. If you ever wanted to paint a can, now's your chance. As you can see from the can here, it doesn't quite have the same vibe to it. It's just very dull. So I would recommend it mostly for any crafting projects on glass, on metal, or if you're doing a miniature or something like that. We're gonna try on canvas. So it definitely spreads further on a canvas, and it might work nicely for little like accents on a painting and things like that. So it can look kind of like a foil effect. That might be really nice. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I mean, it's pretty shiny actually. That is pretty shiny. I still can't see my reflection in it, but that's because it's like a fabric. It's not plastic or wood. So out of all three, the paper versus the canvas versus the wood, it absolutely worked best on the canvas. The wood was the worst thing that it worked on. It's just not gonna work for you on wood. Most other things, I mean, like the glass, for example, look how good the glass came out. I just put my bloody camera in the paint. Oh, well, at least my camera now has a nice mirrory sheen to it. That's lovely. Also, the sun is beating down in my face, so I do apologize that I have a rainbow for a face. Thank you so much for watching this video. And maybe I could move. Can I move back? In any direction that I move? Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing this and trying it on different items. I would definitely say that metal and glass works best. And I would highly recommend that you use it for things like miniatures or small little crafts or detailing where you'd normally do something like foiling maybe. But overall, I'd give this a solid 8 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 if it didn't smell so much, but obviously whatever's in it, it causes it to smell. Obviously, that's called the ingredients. You know what I mean? It's just whatever is in it is obviously, it needs to be in there to create that shiny effect. That's why it's so strong. I would give it a solid 10 out of 10 if it was an actual mirror effect. Maybe one day people will actually develop a paint that is a mirror, but until that day, this is what we're stuck with. It's without a doubt the best paint that you're going to be able to find that does the job that it does. But yes, if you'd like to see me try any more Stuart Semple products, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, or I can try maybe the pinkest pink. I have the watercolors and the paint, the art tin coming soon. But yeah, I really like what he does. I think his stuff's pretty cool. So for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. One of my favourite pictures on this whole website is this picture of a bean, and you will know, if you know the history of Stuart Semple and his very, very clever ways of working things, this is quite poignant. If any of you know of the bean or the Cloud Gate, which is in Chicago, it was actually a sculpture made by an artist called Anish Kapoor. And essentially this artist was getting really mad that people called it the bean, and he also bought the rights to the world's blackest paint, so no one else could have the rights to it. Because Stuart Semple didn't like the way that this guy was actually going about things, he prevented him from being able to buy his pinkest pink pigment. And I actually didn't know any of this stuff till my friend Ray made a video on the blackest black paint. But essentially, Anish Kapoor didn't like that he wasn't able to purchase the pinkest pink paint, so he ended up getting someone else to purchase it for him, and then he posted a rather crude photo on social media, which I won't share because there's children watching. Stuart Semple really did not like that he'd done this, so what he did was he created the world's blackest black paint, and he sells it to everybody but Anish Kapoor or anyone that's affiliated with him. They're not allowed to purchase it for him. As a result, because the whole bean thing is made by Anish Kapoor, this is why this picture is so funny to me, because it's a shiny bean and it's kind of a bit of a knock at Anish Kapoor for his bean sculpture.